we've been given the gift in our lives of watching a poet perform and go, whoa, maybe there is room for me here. And we want to try to recreate that for young people, especially young people who have traditionally felt like poetry was not for them.
I think one thing I really cherish and love about our partnership is it happened kind of the most organically possible. We had this crazy series of coincidences. We met on the very first day of orientation at college.
Let's see, fun fact about me.
My mom is Japanese and my dad is Jewish. Not a common combination, but I think it's kind of cute.
And I think, we joke that we have the same last name, we have the same weird background, we both loved poetry, we have little siblings with the same name. And I think we felt like either we were going to be best friends or mortal enemies. And
fortunately, it worked out in our favor. Spoken word poetry kind of has a few principles at its root. One is that it is just as important to listen as it is to speak. And that exchange of listening and speaking is a fundamental part of the art form, and it's also a fundamental part of what we believe in more philosophically, both in our partnership, but also when we step into a classroom, that we're not interested in coming in as educators and saying, we have the information and we're going to teach you. It's very much about walking into a classroom and giving young people the messaging that you have the stories and the voice and the opinions and the experiences and the language, and we're here to listen to what you have to contribute and then help you be the most effective communicator of those thoughts and feelings and emotions that we can possibly help you do. And you never know what is the one poem that's going to unlock a door for someone, but we want to do everything we can to make that door appear.
I think something we ran into when we first started is both of us were trying to do everything, which we quickly realized really wasn't helping anybody. And I think a wonderful general thing about our partnerships, I think we've got to transition from teenagers into young adults together and separately. And I think one of the big things we realize is what do I really care about? What am I really good at? And what can I add to this partnership?
When you are a writer and an artist working with someone else, if you have already established a certain level of trust and love and appreciation, it is possible for you to give critical feedback and have it received well. So if I'm writing a poem and I say, take a look at this, and Phil goes, this isn't working, I can hear that and know he's saying this isn't working, as opposed to hear that as like, you're a terrible poet, which is what it feels like if you're doing that with someone who you don't trust or you don't have that established love and support built in. We can do it because we have the knowledge that it comes from a place of love.
And I think it is a full and complete relationship and partnership that is kind of hard to quantify.
Or parse out.
Yes, because those boundaries are pretty fluid. To me it feels like joy is central and also the only kind of unlimited resource, which doesn't mean it's easy to come by, but I think it is a fuel that is completely renewable.
I would hope that folks get excited about poetry in the way that we get excited about poetry. And so what's lovely is even if you're having a terrible day, or even if we are in the grind, if we step on stage to perform together, that is still joyful every time. It can be a hard show, but there's still joy there, because what a gift to get to share art with young people. What a gift to have a room full of people who will listen to what you have to say.